So, GP, how long have you been tattooing?
I would say around 20 years.
And have you tattooed only here in Jacksonville?
No, I've actually tattooed in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville for a very brief time, and then LA and Las Vegas.
Have you ever gone overseas to tattoo anywhere?
Yeah, I have actually been to Iceland quite a few times, if you would tattoo at a convention. Probably about 7 times I've been there.
Do you think
I'd like to go other places, but 2 kids, so.
Aw. Do you think tattoos differ from overseas than they do here, or is it about the same?
Yes. I don't understand it, some of them, because I don't understand their culture, but a lot of them, when I go to Iceland, they get a lot of characters, like Chinese characters, but they're ruins. I don't know. I mean, pretty much they like the same things, but I don't know. It just varies from person to person more than country, so what people get.
So the big question is, do you think tattoos have changed from 10 years ago to now?
Yes. 20 years ago, it was cartoon characters like Taz, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, some tribal. Now it's pretty much quotes, Pinterest, anything off of Pinterest, you name it. We have actually a wall with all these drawings on it, which, I mean, they're fun to each his own, but I wish people would use a little more originality. But that's just the way it goes, modern technology.
I heard that most respectable artists won't do crazy tattoos like knuckles and necks. Do you agree with that?
I just don't like to do them. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest with you, doing it this long, what people want to get. Nothing surprises me. I just don't like doing fingers. They're a little harder to tattoo. I don't know. Call me old. I just don't like to do them. I don't want to deal with the people when it doesn't look like they thought it was. Come back complaining. Rather just not do it.
Do you think the clientele has changed over the years, or do you think it's the same group of people coming in?
Same kids, you name it. I've seen everything there is to see, I believe. It's, yeah, I mean, kids, they always have, though, kids. I tattoo just as many 30-year-olds as I do kids, though, so it's pretty much a good mix of people in general.
What do you think is the worst tattoo idea anyone has ever come up with?
I don't even know. There's so many of them. I can't even begin to tell you. I don't know. Some of the quotes kill me, but I really can't tell. I mean, I've done it all. Literally everything there is to do. Well, I might think's funny. You might not. You know?
Is there one tattoo you'll never forget that you've done?
I don't know. Just maybe some friends. You know, I really don't. I remember the tattoos more than I do the faces of the people. But I don't know. Tattooing your friends are probably some of the biggest people that I would remember actually tattooing.
So when your little ones decide they want a tattoo, are you going to talk them out of it?
As long as they're good in school and they're 18, that's all. They can do whatever after that.
So
Just be safe. Don't get them out of the house.
How many tattoos do you think you do in a day compared to as many as in a week?
Well, here it's a lot more custom work, big stuff. So I'd probably try to do 2 or 3 a day here. When I was in Las Vegas, it was probably 15 a day. All small ones, just making money.
Do you get a lot of kids in here that you want to talk them out of getting something, but they're just so dead set on it?
No, well, you can always do that, I believe, if you just steer somebody in the right direction. A lot of people don't understand what we can do. You know, so they have no idea. They bring in some crazy ideas, or they just have no idea. We just talk them into something that it looks, you know, somewhat similar and good idea, a lot better than what they have. They're usually people are pretty persuaded once you start showing them some good ideas.
So what's the difference between the saying new school and old school?
Well, old school is a lot of the old sailor tattoos. A lot of now the younger kids are reproducing that old stuff, going back to it to where people really like it. I mean, not really like it, but it's becoming pretty popular, and it has been for the last 5 years. A lot more old people are getting older style tattoos. But to each his own. I mean, if that's what you like, that's cool. But you know, there's big Oriental stuff out there that looks good too. I mean, to each person his own.
Do you have a preference on what you like to tattoo the most?
No, none at all.
So you're open to anything. You love doing it all.
I don't do portraits, yeah, but other than that, I'll do anything. So.
Why not portraits? You don't want to mess up a face?
I just don't draw it. You know, I mean, I'm sure I could do a portrait of like Marilyn Monroe, but I mean, even if you mess up a Marilyn Monroe, it looks like Marilyn Monroe. It's a very iconic figure. I think if I was going to do one, I would do Elvis or Marilyn Monroe. You can make her missing a tooth and it would still look like Marilyn Monroe.
So you own this shop, correct?
Yes.
How long
Me
have
and
you?
my buddy JJ.
How long have you owned Ironclad?
We've been here 7 years, and we were co-owners for about maybe 8 now going on. And then we were right over here, worked for these two guys, and me and him decided to just go do our own thing. So.
Do you think tattoos have been more acceptable today than they were a few years ago?
Yeah, I mean, in bigger cities, yes, but you still travel to small towns, and people still give you the eye. It just depends on what part of the country you're in. In South Carolina, they didn't even allow tattooing until 2 years ago.
Really?
So going up there and seeing people with no tattoos and having them look at you like you're the devil is pretty common.
Do you think that tattooing will ever fade out, or do you think it's always going to be a popular trend?
I don't know. I've been doing it 20 years, and it seems like it's getting busier, but there's a lot more shops to compete with nowadays than there ever has been. People see it on TV and think that, oh, my brother can draw real good, he should be able to get a tattoo. And people come in here all the time with busted tattoos, and they think that they look good, and they just have no idea. You know, there's 10 shops in Jacksonville Beach, and there's probably only 3 good ones out of the 10. But people still go there and get busted tattoos. You know, I was like, I guess I'll never understand that. But that's to people that each their own, I guess. People go, look at this dude's drawing, and my daughter could draw better than that. You know what I mean? At 5. And people are willing to get it because they have no grasp of art in general, what it can look like. But I guess that's this business. TV has kind of glorified it a lot.
Yeah, so how do you feel about Ink Masters and Tattoo Nightmare?
I'm kind of split on that because I believe that it shows more people for us to tattoo because people see that anybody can get them. It's not just random, bikers anymore or anything like that. School teachers get them now, whatever. I mean, everybody gets them. But on the second hand, like I said, I believe that it glorifies it and makes it look like I got 2 kids and a family. Yeah. I go home every night just like everybody else. But some of these kids think that it's a rock star life and just open up a shop.
Yeah, I see a lot of them at the bar that think they're the most amazing person in the world, and they use the pick up like, oh, I'm a tattoo artist, come and see me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so many busted people out there drawing. I mean, we look at them on the internet and really laugh, like seriously. Like it's a joke that what these guys are doing. I wish there was a way the health department would regulate that, but like I said, I might not, you might like Picasso, I don't like him, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, I don't know, people look at their artwork and are like, oh wow, that's the best thing I've ever seen.
So do you believe in the saying, you pay for what you get?
Yep, I really do.
I learned my lesson the hard way on that one.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I just let my friends tattoo me for free, so that I did even worse. You know what I mean? I got some busted tattoos on me, but that's all right. I mean, I'm okay. I realized it. I wish I would have done things different. That's why I try to tell people when they bring me ideas, we can draw this 10 times better. Let me work with this. Trust me, it will look better than this. And a lot of people are willing to do that. But every once in a while you'll get somebody that wants 10 things in an area this big, but oh well.
Do you think A lot of underage kids come in trying to get tattooed with their sister's ID or cousin's
No,
ID.
because now the health department's really strict on that. We have to have a notarized document from a notary with both their IDs, and we have to check everybody's IDs. We have to write it down, log it into a book. So they stay on top of it pretty much.
Well, will you state your name and what you do, and then we'll call it a day?
My name is GP. I'm a tattoo artist at Ironclad Tattoo, Jacksonville Beach, Florida.
Thank you.